Portal to Another World, the first DevinTDW series by DevinTDW. Chapter 1. DevinTDW. Where the heck are you guys? A herd of monsters was chasing DevinTDW. Zombies, skeletons, giant spiders, endermen, you name it. Hold on, DevinTDW, said one of his teammates, EnderGamer999. We're coming to help with fighting the monsters. Just keep running, DevinTDW, said his other teammate, ZombieStriker101. We'll be there as soon as we can. When DevinTDW's teammates arrived, DevinTDW got his iron sword out, donned on his iron armor, placed his items he will need in his hotbar in an organized fashion, and was ready to fight alongside his team. You guys ready to fight? Asked DevinTDW. We're ready, DevinTDW, said EnderGamer999. Yeah, DevinTDW, said EnderGamer. No, said ZombieStriker101. No matter what, we will be here by your side all the way. When, all of a sudden, 3 giant dragons appeared out of nowhere. It was DevinTDW, EnderGamer999, and ZombieStriker101's dragons. Their dragons had their own looks. Zombie Striker's dragon had light blue scales with dark blue and yellow patterns all over it, had yellow eyes, and its name was Dragon Knight. EnderGamer's dragon had dark green scales with light green on its wings. It had cacti green eyes, and its name was Forest Hunter. DevinTDW's dragon had a mixture of light grey and white scales with see-through blue wings. It had light blue eyes, and its name was Legend Ghost. Dragon Knight, Forest Hunter, and Legend Ghost killed the monsters with their dragon breath, and then landed in front of their keepers. Good boy, Dragon Knight, said Zombie Striker. You guys did a good job at killing those monsters, said EnderGamer. You guys saved us from those mobs, said DevinTDW. Especially you, Legend Ghost. You were the one that used your stealth power to turn you, Dragon Knight, and Forest Hunter invisible. Great thinking, Legend Ghost. Well guys, I think this calls for a celebration, said EnderGamer. Yeah, but right now we need to get some sleep, said DevinTDW. Let's go back to the base and put the dragons in their rooms, then we will get some sleep. Okay, DevinTDW, said Zombie Striker. Once they put the dragons in their rooms, they all said goodnight to each other, and one by one they each hopped off their laptops and went to bed. Chapter 2. The Pixelator. DevinTDW is a Minecraft gamer who loves to work together, add mods, build bases, and be part of a team. Before DevinTDW knew about Minecraft, he just built with Lego, and he built amazing pieces of architecture. One time he built a life-sized castle out of Lego bricks, Lego Mindstorm's mechanisms, and a whole lot of other Lego pieces. When DevinTDW's father heard about Minecraft, he thought he should get it for his son. DevinTDW's father saved the surprise for DevinTDW's 8th birthday. When DevinTDW opened it, he had the surprise of his life. His father showed DevinTDW how to make his own worlds, his own username, his own skin, aka costume, and he went straight to work building his own world. In 1 month, DevinTDW had already knew how to do coding for mods, how to make texture packs, and he built 10 worlds with cities about 100 million blocks long in every world. The next day, DevinTDW was just about to log into Minecraft when he saw some sort of stage. When DevinTDW went over to have a closer look, he realized it was his father's latest invention, the Pixelator. His father had been experimenting with furniture, electronics, hardware, etc. When DevinTDW went to stand on the Pixelator, it started up. Before he could get out, a force field started to generate around him. He was trapped. Then, with a blinding flash of white light, DevinTDW was drifting into unconscious. Chapter 3. Minecraft. When he regained conscious, he could hear pigs, sheep, cow, and chickens. He went to rub his hand against his forehead. It felt different. I missed a word there. When he went to rub his hand against his forehead, it felt different. It somehow felt blocky. When he opened his eyes, he had a surprise that almost made him have a heart attack. His hand was made out of blocks. His whole body was made out of blocks. He looked around himself, and he had a surprise that made him think he was dreaming. He was inside the game of Minecraft. How was this even possible? Thought DevinTDW. Then all of the pieces fell into place. The flash of light, the accident, the pixelator. The pixelator! Somehow the pixelator transformed his whole body, including his bones and organs, into pixels and teleported him into the digital world. But why would it choose to teleport me into Minecraft? Thought DevinTDW. Then he remembered that he had left his laptop on in his basement, logged on and in the Minecraft world that he and his friends have their dragons, their bait, their emergency supplies. The emergency supplies! Snapped DevinTDW's mind. If he were on his team world in Minecraft on his laptop, then that would mean that he was in the exact same world. However, before he could start heading in the way of his base, he realized he would need supplies to survive the nights ahead first. Okay, what I need, thought DevinTDW. Food, tools, weapons, building supplies, and shelter. After a few minutes, in physical time, not Minecraft time, he had food, weapons, building supplies, and tools. Now all I need to do is find shelter, thought DevinTDW. DevinTDW could not shake this feeling that he had forgotten something. Armour! Snapped DevinTDW's mind. He had forgotten about armour. However, I do not have time to make any armour, thought DevinTDW. The sun is setting, and I do not have any shelter yet. Before DevinTDW went to work building a hut, he saw some light coming from a cave. What could that be, thought DevinTDW. As DevinTDW went closer, he drew his wooden sword out, ready for any monster that might attack him. Could it be a dungeon or an abandoned mine, thought DevinTDW? No, not this close to the surface. When he looked around the corner, there was a pool of molten rock. Lava, thought DevinTDW. So that is what the light is coming from. DevinTDW got his shovel, pick ready, and started to make a little cavern around the pool of lava. Once he was done, he had a little hidey hole to stay in. A few days later, DevinTDW had all the equipment he needed. He had some stone tools, some new armour, and a few spares just in case, a bow with a stack of arrows, and a new iron sword. Now I am ready to go and explore, thought DevinTDW, feeling confident. Now where should I go first? He looked around the terrain. When he looked at the village, he knew that would be a good place to start. Beware, monsters, confidently shouted DevinTDW. DevinTDW is here! Chapter 4. The Village. Once he got to the village, he heard some zombies trying to get into the houses. So, you want to fight? Said DevinTDW. Come on, let's dance! DevinTDW did his very own unique combo strike. A jump in the air, then spins in the air with his sword as the edge of the spin top and cut right through the middle of the zombie. I think I'm going to call that combo strike the spinning razor blade, said DevinTDW. He always loved making up new combo moves. When he was finished with the other zombies, he heard cries. They were not coming from users, they were coming from the NPCs. Griefers! Yelled a villager. Then a gigantic thundering boom. 3 beacon-like beams shot into the sky as 3 users appeared, right where the beams of light were. Come on, guys, said one of the users, probably the team leader. Let's punch this little NPC child. When DevinTDW reached the users, he saw them start hitting a NPC child. Hey you, said DevinTDW, stop hurting them. Why, they're just NPCs, said one user. They don't have feelings like us. Punch, stab. Stop, said DevinTDW. Punch, stab. I said stop! He drew out his sword and started slashing away at the user right in front of him, slashing once and then twice. After the 3rd strike, the user perished. Then he started slashing away at the other users. Once he finished them off, an Enderman teleported right in front of him. Before DevinTDW could make his move, the Enderman hit him hard in the head. However, before falling unconscious, he heard the Enderman speak. "You have interfered with something that does not concern you, user that is not a user," said the Enderman. "Soon this village will fall. All villages on this server will fall to the ground. And once we reach the source, then there will be nothing that can stop us from invading the world that you come from. And soon, very soon, we will overrun the physical world, and your kind will fall." Chapter 5. The Mayor. When Daniel TDW woke up, he found himself laying in a bed, in some sort of room. He quickly went to feel his face. It was still blocky. "I'm still in the game. It is still real," he thought to himself. When he looked around the room, he saw a door. Then, with a stroke of confidence and a shiver of fear at the same time, he drew his sword out, ready to fight. He opened the door and found himself in another room. To his right was another door. Slowing to sneak pace, he went to the door, ready for any monsters that might attack him. When he opened that door, he found himself outside in the middle of the village. And there, right in front of him, were all the NPCs that lived in this village. "Hi, thanks for getting me into bed before I was dead," said Daniel TDW. Silence. "I know you can talk," said Daniel TDW. "I heard you talking when the griefers came." Silence. "My name is Daniel TDW, and I will protect you from any other griefers that come to your village." Silence. Then the little girl NPC child that he had saved earlier came out of the crowd. "Thank you for saving me from those griefers last night," she said. Daniel TDW put his sword away and then patted the NPC girl on the head, making her lean more into his chest. Then all the villagers walked over to him and started to group around him. Then one NPC signalled the rest of the NPCs to come against the building wall. "I am the mayor of this village," he said. "You are welcomed to stay here as long as you would like." When they looked above his head, everyone started to gasp and whisper among each other. "The beam! The beam! The beam!" they muttered. "The prophecy! The prophecy! The prophecy!" He looked above his head and saw nothing. "What is this prophecy?" said Daniel TDW. "What are you talking about?" "The prophecy tells us of an impending battle, great enough to wipe out our village," the mayor explained, his eyes glancing above Daniel TDW's head, then back down to his face. "Not just our village," a voice said from the crowd. "The beam," quiet voices muttered. "True," the mayor continued, his voice loud compared to the hush of all the others. "Not just our village, but all villages." "All villages? Why? How is this possible?" Daniel TDW asked. "The mobs are multiplying on this server plane, growing their number and their strength," the mayor explained. "Soon they will overwhelm our world and destroy every living thing." "But why?" Daniel TDW asked, glancing up again. He still did not see anything. "What are you saying? What is really going on here?" he asked the crowd of NPCs. Finally, one of the villagers spoke up in a clear voice, his words rising above the rest. "The Creator!" the voice shouted. "He must see the Creator!" "What?" Daniel DTW said. "The Creator, the beam, the prophecy," muttered the NPCs. "Yes," said the mayor, "he must see the Creator. Please follow me. Everyone tend to your duties. We still have a lot of sunlight left and much to do before the next attack comes. Now go. I will take this user that doesn't look like a normal user to see the Creator." The villagers started to disperse, murmuring to each other as they went. "That's strange," Daniel TDW said. "The terrible Enderman last night called me something similar. He called me user that is not a user. Kind of like what you just said. What does this mean?" Then all the villagers turned to Daniel TDW, their faces filled fear and surprise of worries. Yes, we must get you to the Creator right away," said the mayor, a serious tone in his voice. Daniel TDW followed the mayor to what looked like some sort of church. Once they were inside, the mayor spoke up. "Get your pick out," said the mayor. "What do you mean, get your pick out?" said Daniel TDW. "Just trust me." Once Daniel TDW got his pick out, the mayor said, "Now dig right here," looking at the block right in front of him. When Daniel TDW mined the block of cobblestone right in front of the mayor, he thought there would just be dirt underneath it. However, to his surprise, there was a ladder leading down into an underground tunnel. "The creator is at the end of the tunnel," the mayor explained, "and we are really sorry about the darkness. We did that so if someone or something finds the tunnel, they would think it was just a fake tunnel to the creator." "It's okay," Daniel TDW said. "I've been in the dark lots of times when I was building homes for other people." Before Daniel TDW even took a step, the mayor spoke up. "Before you go in," the mayor said, "there is a secret switch in the tunnel that reveals a secret room. You see, we do not just track, forge, garden, dig, mine, and hunt. We also do mechanics. You will find contraption in the room. That is our server teleporter. It has a computer screen that shows a list of locations in this server and other servers. If you select Creator's Workshop, then you will be teleported to the Creator's Workshop. It will look like you are still at the start, but the door will be closed. So if you flick the lever, you will see that you're in a workshop." "Okay, thanks, Mayor," thanked Daniel TDW. Chapter 6. Creator. After a few minutes he found himself in a workshop filled with NPCs that did not have their arms linked. When he got out, a wise-looking elderly man stepped forward in the direction of Daniel TDW. "Well, well, well, this is interesting," said the elderly man. "Who are you?" said Daniel TDW. "When I came to this village to find answers—" Oh no, this is Daniel speaking. "When I came to this village to find answers, I keep finding more questions." His question started to turn into a beg. "Please help me." "Don't worry, my young friend," the elderly man said. "All your questions will be answered. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the creator. Well, at least for this village, I am their creator." Then Creator looked above Daniel TDW's head. "Daniel TDW, am I right?" said Creator. "Don't worry, we will help you. We will try to help you as much as we can." "Wait, how do you know my name?" asked Daniel TDW. "It's floating above your head, like all the other users," Creator explained. Daniel TDW looked above his head, and did not find any writing. "You can't see your name, only everyone else," Creator explained. "All one has to do is read it. Come, walk with me." Creator put one of his arms over Daniel TDW's shoulder. "I'm guessing you were sent by the mayor?" Creator asked. "That's right. He also told me a little bit about the prophecy. Could you tell me a little bit more about the prophecy, please?" Creator had a thought for a moment. "I shall tell you about the prophecy," Creator answered. "The prophecy tells about a young user, the chosen one, who is you." "Yeah, I figured that out," said Daniel TDW. "Let me continue," the Creator said in a calm, sensible tone. "The prophecy says that a user is defeated. When a user? Prophecy says that when the chosen one, the user that is not a user, appears, the countdown to the final battle of worlds, both physical and digital, begins. It says that if the user that is not a user is defeated, the gateway of light will open, and then all of the mobs in the digital world will be able to go through the gateway of light and into the physical world. The prophecy doesn't state how the galaxy gateway of light will affect, or it will happen. Maybe the mobs will go through the way you came into our world." "My father's pixelator," thought Daniel TDW. He imagined zombies, skeletons, slimes of all size, endermen, giant spiders, and creepers coming out of his basement. Zombies' claws slashing at his little brother and sister, skeletons shooting arrows at his mum and dad, and then all the other mobs entering his basement through his father's pixelator. Then he imagined the boss mobs like the Ender Dragon, the Wither, and Herobrine coming out of his basement and destroying all of the countries in the world, killing other people, and taking the world for their own. "So how are we supposed to defeat them all?" Daniel TDW asked. "Where is the battle going to take place?" "The prophecy says that the battle will take place at the Source," The source, said DevinTDW, puzzled. What is the source? The source is the main software where all Minecraft planes, worlds, and servers are created. You know how sometimes you cannot choose what kind of world you want? Well, that is because the biome is based on one bit of the source. That's how all Minecraft worlds are created. How am I going to fight against all of those mobs? I'm just one person, DevinTDW asked. You must. The user that is not a user must lead us, said Creator, loud enough for about a dozen villagers to hear. But I'm just one person. We would need an army to defeat the mobs, said DevinTDW. The user that is not a user must lead us, said Creator, about loud enough for 50 villagers to hear now. DevinTDW looked around, and he broke a villager's crafting bench in frustration. Instead of the villager's arms linking back together, his arms stayed free. Arms! He's got arms! Said DevinTDW, surprised. The Creator examined the free-armed NPC, and then DevinTDW threw his sword at the villager. The NPC caught the sword, a twinkle of excitement in his eyes. Creator nodded at DevinTDW, and DevinTDW nodded back. The user that is not a user will lead us, Creator shouted, like a battle cry. Okay, first we're going to need to free all of the NPC's hands all over this server, DevinTDW explained. Send out villagers into the minecart network and tell them how to free their hands. Creator signalled one of the villagers to him and whispered something into his ear. There, said Creator, it will be done. Great, said DevinTDW. Second, I'm going to need to have a private place. I'm going to call for some help. A few minutes later, DevinTDW was in the back room of the mayor's house. Oh no. Chapter 7. Friends. Okay, thought DevinTDW. I know you're out there looking for me, and I'm going to need all of your help. DevinTDW imagined sitting in his basement playing Minecraft. He imagined typing away at his keyboard. Endergamer999, TP to me. Zombie Striker 101, TP to me. He waited. Nothing happened. He tried concentrating harder. Endergamer999, TP to me. Zombie Striker 101, TP to me. Nothing happened. Then he concentrated even harder. He could feel his health getting low. TP to me, DevinTDW thought. Harder and harder he tried to concentrate. Okay. At first there was nothing. Then there was a thundering kaboom! Then the server beam appeared, and his two teammates, Endergamer999 and Zombie Striker 101, suddenly teleported right in front of him. Hi, DevinTDW, said Endergamer. We've been looking all over for you, said Zombie Striker. DevinTDW let out a gigantic sigh of relief. Why are you so relieved? Endergamer asked. For you guys coming here, DevinTDW answered. I'm in a bit of a situation here. What kind of situation? Zombie Striker asked. On you laptop, is Minecraft lagging? No, not really, DevinTDW answered. You guys remember my father's latest invention? Yeah, the pixel thingy, said Endergamer. The pixelator, yeah. Well, long story short, I accidentally got shot by it and now I'm inside Minecraft. What are you talking about? Asked Zombie Striker. Guys, I can feel everything, DevinTDW explained. I can feel the pain when being attacked by monsters. I can feel the pain from when an NPC is slain, is in pain. I can hear the pain and fear of when an animal is being killed. I can feel the coldness of the water on my skin. I can feel the warmth of the sun on my skin. Then just log off Minecraft, suggested Endergamer. But the problem is, I don't know what will happen when I die, and I'm afraid to find out, DevinTDW explained, fear floating in his mind. Then one of us will just go to your house and turn your laptop off, Zombie Striker said. There's no time, DevinTDW said. The pixelator is still powered on, and I have to defeat all the mobs in this server so they don't get to the next server, closer to the source. What are you talking about? Endergamer asked. DanielTDW explained about the prophecy, about the source, about the pixelator being the gateway of light, and about if the mobs defeat him, then they will be able to use the gateway of light to transport themselves to make into their world, the physical world, and take over the physical world, and make it into their own image. Right after DanielTDW got the villagers to talk and make plans, DanielTDW's two teammates started marking out, almost said making out, and choosing what traps to use and how to fortify not just their village, but also all villages across all the servers of Minecraft. After they had fortified all of the villages across every server, DanielTDW got creator, the mayor, and his teammates to follow him and talk about what they would need. How many chapters are there? 10. Okay, chapter 8. The Minecraft Dragon Headquarters. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to need some supplies, DanielTDW explained. I'm going to need a new sword, a new set of armor, some food, some building materials, some redstone mechanisms, some cool-looking shields, and some enchanted golden apples. We have to deny the mobs any victory, any XP. Once we get through the night, we're going to set our own little trap for the mobs. Endergamer, Zombie Striker, once the night is over, go find a good place for the trap. Try gathering enough high-leveled users to destroy all the mobs on this server. Try to have a little fun with setting trap. Make a few surprises for the mobs. Maybe some murder holes, some lava moats. Maybe set a few mannequin statues around so we can trick the mobs and set the trap. Make sure you also try to TP to our base and get our dragons over here. Once that's done, I will... Wait a minute, said the mayor, fear suddenly in his voice. Did you say dragons? Don't worry, Mayor, Zombie Striker explained. These dragons are tamed. They will not hurt you, unless you hurt them. Besides, they don't look or act like the Ender Dragon. They just follow our orders. That's right, DanielTDW said. Now, as I was saying, I'll lead all the mobs on this server to the location of our trap. Once we get there, the mobs will try to get inside. We will leave the dirt where it is, allowing the Endermen to take the blocks of dirt and letting them in. Once they're in, we'll get into positions and be ready to spring the trap. Got it? We got it, DanielTDW, said Endergamer. You just worry about lowering all the mobs to that location, and we'll take care of the rest. After the night of the battle, the mobs lost, and did not get to take the XP. Once the sun rose, Endergamer and Zombie Striker went out to find their base, which they like to call the Mine Dragon HQ. Bring their dragons back, except DanielTDW's dragon, and then go build the trap. However, before them both went to get the trap ready, Endergamer was going to take DanielTDW to the Mine Dragon HQ to get his dragon, Legend Ghost. May I come as well? Asked Creator, a tone of excitement and hope. No offence, Creator, Endergamer said, but the Mine Dragon HQ is for members of the Mine Dragon team only. Sorry. A look of disappointment replaced the smile of hope and excitement on the Creator's face. Well, Endergamer, said DanielTDW, with a mixture of sadness and happiness, I think we can make the villagers honorary members of the Mine Dragon team. A look of excitement and happiness spread across every NPC's face as they realized they were going to join the user that is not a user's team. After a few minutes, in the physical world, they arrived at a mountain that looks like a giant mouth with razor-sharp teeth. Okay, we better make sure no one's looking, said Endergamer, quickly scanning the area. Okay, I think it's safe to go in. Hold on tight, you guys. Suddenly Endergamer's dragon, Forest Hunter, started to dive into the mouth of the mountain, which they called Ghost Dragon Mountain, and then the Creator realized that they were about to crash. Creator braced for impact. Then he realized that they were still diving. Creator looked up and was astounded by what he saw. He was in a giant tunnel leading to some sort of room. What's wrong? What's wrong? Asked Endergamer, a bit surprised that he, Creator, was amazed. I thought you knew that everyone could use secret entrances. I thought we were going to die back there, said Creator, still astounded by everything around him. Then he punched DanielTDW on the arm. Ow! What did you do that for? Asked DanielTDW, a mixture of both pain and anger in his tone. Why didn't you tell me that the cave floor was actually the secret entrance? The Creator said, with a mixture of both astoundment and annoyance in his tone. Then where would be the fun in that? Daniel TDW said, a bit of humour in his voice. I lost where I was really... this is so badly formatted. If you guys are finished mucking around, said Endergamer, we still have to get through the doorway to get inside. Endergamer went over to a block of iron and pressed it like a button. Before Creator could say that blocks are not buttons, the wall disappeared, revealing a secret passage. At the end of the passage, they were right in the middle of the biggest base ever created in Minecraft. It was about 50 times bigger than that Creator's workshop. There were armor stands that had strange armor that Creator could not figure out what it was. What is this armor? Asked Creator. That's our special superhero armor, Endergamer explained. It's a part of our base. With each superhero they have their own special weapon that people in the physical world call gadgets. Each gadget has its own unique ability. After Endergamer and Daniel TDW gave Creator a tour of the Mine Dragon HQ, they went to the dragon's nest. This is where we keep our dragons, said Daniel TDW. Then Daniel TDW went over to a chest, and in this chest is where we keep the dragon eggs. And do not worry, they will only hatch when they are placed down. That is the end of the tour of the Mine Dragon HQ. We have to hurry, it is almost night. However, we still have to get out of the base and go to the trap. But first, I have to get my dragon. Daniel TDW went over to his dragon, Legend Ghost. When he opened the gate, Legend Ghost looked at him. Hey, Legend Ghost, said Daniel TDW. Remember me? Your personal trainer, your keeper, your father, your owner. The dragon gave a roar of excitement. Then Legend Ghost rubbed his head against his keeper's chest. It's good to see you too, Legend Ghost, said Daniel TDW. Now, Legend Ghost, we're going to have a little fun with those monsters. And this is my friend, Creator. He is the one that put your egg in the jungle temple for me to find. So if you try to hurt him, you're in big trouble. Daniel TDW got his dragon saddle out and attached it to his dragon. He climbed on, a smile of hope and excitement on his face. He turned to the Creator. So, Daniel TDW said, are you going to hop on or what? Well, it's just that, Creator explained. Your dragon looks kind of, I don't know, creepy? He is a ghost dragon, Creator, Daniel TDW explained. He's supposed to have bones across his chest, light blue see-through wings, and the saddle is supposed to have a skull on it because he's a ghost. Creator just stood there, a look of fear on his face. Come on, said Daniel TDW. Do you want to get rid of the monsters or not? He's right, said Endergamer. The only way to get rid of the mobs on this server is to either kill them, or for users to leave you NPCs alone and let them turn you into villager zombies. So, said Daniel TDW, what's it going to be? Creator just stood there, thinking, his hand on his chin. Okay, said Creator. Let's do it! Now that's more like it, said Endergamer. Daniel TDW put his hand down to the Creator and lifted onto the saddle behind him. Ready for liftoff? Asked Endergamer. Daniel TDW nodded back. In 3, 2, 1, liftoff! Yelled Daniel TDW. Chapter 9. The Trap. That night, Daniel TDW, Creator, Endergamer, Zombie Striker and their dragons were flying through the air to the mob trap they had set up. When the monster started taking down the dirt wall, the 4 companions were at the trap, ready to take down the monsters. Once the monsters were in, the companions started to worry. Where are the other users? The wrong voice. Where are the other users? Asked Daniel TDW, worried. They should be here, said Endergamer, when suddenly high-leveled users appeared out of nowhere. These users were also famous YouTubers. Ooh. Daniel TDW could see Stampy Longnose, SB737, Dan TDM, Popular MMOs, RPMX13, The Atlantic Craft, Paul Sears Sr., Super Girly Gamer, and other famous YouTubers, officially 11. Thank the game. It doesn't show the ban hammer, we're just kicked out. So, you want to fight? Said Daniel TDW. Come on, mobs, let's dance. Then the users raised their swords with might. For Minecraft! Enderus then appeared out of nowhere, smiling a big, evil, toothy grin. So, screeched Enderus. This is all that the user that is not a user gives me. Then Enderus laughed at DanielTDW. You are so pathetic, user that is not a user, screeched Enderus, drunk apparently. All you can do is gather a tiny group of users to help you. You are just an idiot, user that is not a user. Monsters, attack! Chapter 10. Next Level. DanielTDW and Creator died through that battle. Oh, what an ending. When DanielTDW regained conscious, light was flowing into his eyes. When he went to look at his hands, they were still blocky. I'm still in Minecraft, thought DanielTDW. It is real. When he remembered the Creator dying, he saw his XP float throughout Minecraft. Creator! You didn't die, DanielTDW yelled out to no one. Your XP is floating throughout Minecraft. You're still in my heart. In everyone's heart. Well, that is nice to know. DanielTDW turned around and saw a little boy standing right behind him. What did you say? Asked DanielTDW. I said that's nice to know, repeated the young boy in the old man's voice apparently. Who are you? Asked DanielTDW. Just put your hand on my shoulder, the young boy explained. Drain all other sounds from your head and just concentrate on my voice. DanielTDW followed the boy's instructions. When he closed his eyes, he could see Creator humming his joyful song. Creator! You're alive! Shouted DanielTDW, giving the boy a huge hug. I have died one time today, said Creator, and I don't want to die a second time. After they talked to each other about what had happened, they went to planning. So what should we do now? Asked Creator. I think we should find another village. Oh, there's no dialogue formatting. I think we should find another village, explained DanielTDW. Help fortify that village and maybe get some more supplies and more friends. And with that, the two friends went off to find a village. DanielTDW knew a lot about Minecraft. However, what DanielTDW did not know is that this was just the beginning of their adventure. The quest to find his portal home had begun. The end? With a question mark. Oh, what an ending. Oh, there's a postscript. Make sure you look for the next book in the DanielTDW series, Portal to the Hidden City, where DanielTDW and Creator try to find a village, facing another villain, fighting an old villain, and will be finding a hidden city in the ocean biome. That was good, wasn't it?